Hi there, this is Shrikant Dasari. So in this lesson, we are going to learn about the image tag in HTML. So let me launch the IDE. So let's create a new project under File New Project. So let's name our project as HTML5 image. Okay. So let's click next. Let's click finish here. Okay. So here we have a project under the name HTML5. It contains a HTML simple blank HTML template here, which consists of nothing but simple basic tags here. Okay. So let us remove some unwanted tags here. Okay. So here we have a basic HTML template. So now, so in order to have an image in your web page, so you need to use a tag called image tag, so which is something like this, image. But having a simple image tag, it is a self-closing tag. Okay, so you need not explicitly say something like this. Again, you need not close explicitly that image tag. It is a self-closing tag which has some attributes. Okay, so one of the main attribute is that source. Okay, so before using this attribute, we need to have some we need to have some image in our site, okay, in our project folder. Okay, so for that purpose, so we are going to my documents here in the PC, and I have some images stored in my system here. So this is a system of small, this is a small image of a puppy dog here. So I have just copied that one, and coming to my NetBeans in the projects directory, I am just pasting that in my site root here, or else in my project folder. Okay, so this is my project, and I have just pasted that image here. So now we can use this image tag, an attribute in that image tag, which is source. Okay, src. So source is the one which says or links what image you need to have in your web page. Okay, so the NetBeans is very intelligent enough to show the whatever the contents it's having. So let's type instead copy.jpg, which is the name of that file here. So now we have an image tag which contains an attribute source which links to the particular image into our site. So now let us view our website HTML page in a web browser. I have ran the project here. So just simply displace that image. So whatever the image you have in your project directory, you are using the help of this image tag. You have linked that image to your web page. Okay. So in the same way, there is another way of using images using this image tag also. So that is through web. Okay, so you might find some interesting web pages in your internet. Okay, so if you go to Google, for example, if you are curious about guns, okay, or else revolvers, something like this, whatever image you want. So if you find a good image of a revolver, something like this, so whatever you can do is like this. You can right click and copy image address. Okay, so if you copy that image address, the URL which consists that image is getting copied there, and now you can come to your NetBeans IDE and you can have another image tag here like this. And now instead of having an image from your local disk or project folder, you can just directly paste that huge link here which you have copied from that website. Okay, so and close the link, close the tag here, image tag. Now to save and run your project, you get that image. Okay, so whatever image you have chosen from the website or from that site. Okay, so always doing this kind of process is a bad practice. Okay, so this not only makes your code ugly. See, if you have a long string, so in the same way you can have another image. Okay, so not only guns, you can have, if you're interested in fruits like Apple. Okay, so if you have search for images in Google, so if you have a nice Apple image here, the same way you can copy the image address, and you can take another image tag here and you can say source, and now you can use that huge link again. So this just makes your code look very ugly. Okay, so this is always a bad practice here. Okay, so this is always a bad practice for using a huge image tags like this. So let us delete this one also. So how huge it has been. So just deleted that one. Okay, so it's always a bad practice to do this kind of linking from other websites. Okay, this not only makes your code dirty, and also it makes increases the traffic to that particular site. Okay, so the best practice always is to save that image. Okay, save that image to your local disk. Okay, into your system. Into a specific folder. Okay, so let's name it as Apple and save it. So now that image you can take from your website here. So, okay, so this is the image we have saved from that site, and now you can copy this image and paste in your project folder. Okay, so this is the best practice. Okay, so copy that in your project folder, and with the help of the image tag, again you can link that image. Okay, the apple.jpg. So that's what we have here. Okay, so how this makes your code look better, and also reduces the traffic on that particular site here. Okay, so now if you go to your site, so already have that image here. Okay, so in the same way, we have another important attribute to that image tag. Another important attribute is having an alternative text. Okay, so you can have an alternative text. Okay, instead of when the main use of this alt attribute in the image tag is that, so if the browser turns off all the images in your website. Okay, so in that case this alternative text appears. Okay, so another important attribute in our is a source attribute. Okay, so for that purpose, let's take another image from the website, a huge image this time, a big one like this, big apple. Okay, so this, I'm viewing this image in full scale here. So I'm just copying that image, or else save that image to this. Let's name it as Apple 2 here. Okay, I have saved that image to that folder here. It's taking some time to get loaded here. Okay, so here we have that huge image. Okay, so now I'm just copying that image to our project directory here, site root in our project name, which is HTML5 image, pasting that image, which is Apple 2. So now by using the image tag, so let us bring that image to our web page here. So the NetBeans is smart enough; it's showing in its code completion of Apple 2. So now if we just save and run the program, to get that image, very huge image, which almost occupied your entire web page. Okay, so the scroll bars were activated automatically. Okay, so now using our special attribute, which is used in the image tag. So let's use the same image and make use of that attribute, which is height and width. These are the two attributes which are used to scale down your image. Okay, so height and width. So by making use of this attribute, you can scale your image. The same image you are scaling into this height and this width. Okay, so now if you just save and run your program once again, Okay, or else you can simply make a refresh here, somewhat reload the page. So it's not happening for some reason. So let's close it and run the image once again. Okay, so now if you view the image, now this one it's got scaled to 300 by 300. Okay, so that's the reason that this huge image has been scaled to this height and width which you have mentioned in our page here. So similarly, so you can use this height and width attributes to the previous image also. So you can say something like 600, height is equal to 600 pixels. 600 here means pixels. Okay, so the same you can have the width attribute. Let's say 600 once again. Somewhat reduces that scales that huge image. Okay, so now if you come to your web page, see, it makes a difference. Okay, the previous image was very huge and now it got scaled to this 600 and 600, and the big apple we can call that image as big apple. I can write some small text also here, big apple and you can say this as a small apple. Just if you go to your web page, big apple and small apple although they are in very different positions, so you need to have br tag to have that correct position. Okay, so have a br tag and then if you have a text here, okay, big apple, the text sits behind that one, or small apple. Okay, so big apple and small apple. Okay, so this is the basic stuff about the images and various things we can do with the image. Okay, so image tag is nothing but special HTML tag which is used to display the images. Okay, so which is used to display the images in our web pages. So there are two ways to link the images. One is through one is using the source, whatever the image we have in our projects directory, or else you can have a relative address, absolute address from the internet, or else from the Google Images, okay. So there are two important attributes in the image tag. One is the source, which is used to link the image, and the other one is height and width, the two most common used attributes, height and width, which are used to scale the images. Okay, so huge images you can scale them to your known height and width here. Okay, so that is the use of this image tag. Okay, so see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.